10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's your boy DJ Mercy, and we're all the way live right here in the heart of the ATL, and this right here is In the Spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, make some noise for the beautiful, wonderful, and talented and stylish Miss Kim Ford.
Thank you, DJ Mercy, and welcome to In the Spotlight with Kim Ford, where our focus is to inspire, entertain, and educate. Now today we have some amazing guests for you, so I hope you have your notebooks out, because you just might learn a little something. So DJ Mercy, you ready? Let's go. Our first guest is Miss Lori Flowers. She's the Director of Marketing at Radio 1 and President of Pinky Promise. And she's my friend. Welcome, Lori.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited to have you
I'm
here.
excited to be sitting on the couch with you.
Yes.
Looking
Oh
at my
gosh,
girl.
this is so great.
This is amazing.
Women in Power. So let's take it all the way from the beginning. Let us know where you went to school and how you got into marketing.
Okay, so let's start. I went to college in Nashville, Tennessee, Fisk University.
Okay.
Studied English, didn't know what I wanted to do,
okay.
but decided to get an internship at a TV station. TV station paid, but I didn't like the early mornings and carrying coffee and all that. So I got an opportunity at radio station.
Wow.
And the radio station actually paid a little bit more, and it was amazing.
Amazing. So that was your first job right out of college?
Literally right out of college. My first big job right out of college was at V103, a competitor now. But that was my first opportunity to really experience radio.
So what was the steps? If your degree was in English, how did you make that switch to marketing?
It's funny because in radio, marketing is a little different than regular marketing. So marketing kind of goes with promotions. And so once you become a promotion director in radio, then the next step is marketing. And so you're literally marketing your brands, and it's a lot of promotion tied into the marketing.
Okay. So when someone sees Lori Flowers, you know, over marketing for Radio 1, what exactly does that mean? What are you doing day to day?
I am in charge of the fun and games department.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the fun part of it. The other part is making sure that my brands look great, making sure that all the events that we do, whether it's Birthday Bash, Praise in the Park, gospel jazz, Magic After Dark, just making sure that we get our listeners and making sure that our listeners get the best experience that they can't buy, and giving them an opportunity to meet celebs such as yourself.
She said I was celeb,
I'm serious. You'll be at Praise in the Park.
Yes, I'll be there.
And just giving them opportunities that they just can't buy.
Yeah. So let them know which stations you're in charge of.
Okay, so Hot 107.9, Magic 107.5, 97.5, Praise 102.5, and Classics 102.9, which is our new old school R&B station.
Yay! I absolutely love it. So what kind of logistics goes into creating a huge event like Birthday Bash?
Do you really want to know?
Yes, we want to know what is really going on back there.
So it's when you see the fun event, you don't realize that behind the scenes we are trying to get hotel rooms. We're trying to get transportation. If it's an event where we're building it out, we're trying to get toilets. We're trying to get trash pickup. We've got to get volunteers in place. We've got to get catering. We've got to get the show timed out, because if you are not out of the venue at the right time, they're going to charge you.
They're going to charge you good.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
And then credentials, you know how that is.
Yes.
And making sure the stage is clear, because you will get shut down by the fire marshal.
Wow, and I'm sure security.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Wow.
And if you really, the behind the scenes with security, that's a whole nother subject. Not gonna go there.
I'm sure. So clearly you're an ambitious, busy woman. You have an amazing, and I'm gonna let her tell it as quickly as she can, I don't know, an amazing love story, and I love it. So let them know, how did you get engaged?
Okay, so I'll break it down. I started with an organization called Pinky Promise, which is a Christian organization. Decided to change my whole life up. That means being celibate. That means giving my whole life to Christ and getting grounded in my word. Did that. Continued working my job. I was at, I met A young man named OJ.
Okay.
My husband now.
Yeah.
And knew him a long time ago.
Okay.
But we reconnected. And we started dating, and he said there was something different about me. And it was something with my pinky promise, how I was just different. I wanted to live my life differently. Long story short, at Praise in the Park, I was working as usual, and I got called to the stage by Willie Moore Jr.
Okay.
And I was kind of upset that they were calling me to the stage. I was like, what do you all need?
Right,
I got to the stage, and I look at Willie. I hear my husband, well, my now husband, saying that I'm the best thing ever, and he wanted to marry me.
Wow.
Dropped down on his knee in front of 20,000 people.
Oh my God.
And proposed.
Oh my God.
So,
I love it.
It was amazing.
I love it. So how can you tell the difference between him and the guys you may have dated in the past?
He accepted my decision to live for Christ. Because guys in the past would say, oh, good luck with that. No one's gonna, no one's going to church every Sunday. No one's gonna study the Bible with you.
Right.
No one's waiting to have sex.
Right.
And that was way different.
Love it. And we need to see more stories like that. And of course, we hear Megan Good and Devon Franklin. We need to continue hearing those stories so that people know, it is possible. So let them know everything else you're working on right now.
Well, Praise in the Park is coming up. I've got that going on. And actually, we are planning Birthday Bash as of now. It's 2019, but we're starting now. Lots of venue locations that are coming. We're doing a block party. And of course, everything that you hear on the radio, I'm working on it. So come in and you can guess I'm working on it.
So for those that may be watching this, maybe a college student or maybe someone that wants to change careers, what's a skill set or something that they need if they want to be in radio and marketing? You
know what? I'm going to say, it may sound so basic, work ethic and consistency. Because if you don't have the necessary skill set, I can probably teach you some things, but if you're not consistent and you don't have a good work ethic, it's never going to work out. And so work ethic and consistency, it just means showing up on time. It means being open to learning. It means following through on what you say you're going to do. If you say that you're going to send an email at 10 a.m. every Monday, then send that email at 10 a.m. every Monday. Don't forget to do that. And so many people skip out on those little things and they don't get a chance to go to the next level because you can't do that.
I love it. So, okay, I know you get approached, I'm sure, by so many people that want to work at Radio 1. They see your Instagram. They want to be at all the concerts. What's the right way to approach Miss Lori Flowers? The professional way, not sliding your DMs, which some people think that's the right,
Yeah.
What's the right way one should approach you if they, want an internship or something at a radio station?
I'm big on an elevator pitch.
Okay.
And so when you approach, have your elevator pitch. And that literally is your name, where you go to school, what you want to do, what you're trying to do, and how you can bring something to me.
There you go.
It's with them. What's in it for me? And so once I hear that, I'm like, okay, maybe this young lady or maybe this guy could work out at our station.
I love it. I love everything you stand for. Class, grace, poise. No, I really love it because I love connecting with more and more women that's making an intentional decision to do it, and you're absolutely doing it. So let them know how to follow you everywhere.
Well, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Lori I Flowers, Lori and Flowers, just as it sounds.
Congratulations on everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. In the Spotlight, we'll be right back.
It's DJ Mercy, and you're watching In the Spotlight with Kim Ford. Stay tuned.
Our next guest is Judah Swilley. He's a pastor, and you have seen him on Preachers of Atlanta. He's also a DJ and an artist. He got some flow, and we're going to find out how it goes. But welcome, Judah.
What's up, Kim?
I'm glad you're
Congratulations on your second season. This is amazing. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, guys. I have to act like I don't know the answers to this, so we're going to proceed. So for those that may not be familiar with you yet, tell us about, your family and where'd you come from?
Yeah, so I'm a 5th generation pastor. So my dad, his dad, everybody does ministry in my life. Even my cousins and uncles, you know what I mean? So you can imagine what a family reunion is like.
Right.
I grew up with that, so it's in my blood to do ministry, and it's really in my DNA. It's who I am. And so I became a youth pastor when I was 18 for my dad. Did that for like 6 years, had the time of my life, and now I pastor my own church here in Atlanta, which is amazing. But if you know anything about ministry, you also have to sometimes grind and hustle to make it work, which is where the DJing comes in and the different gigs that I do. So I've been blessed to be able to only do cool stuff. Like I do cool stuff, man. And I'm like, God, just give me the ability, give me the opportunities to do what you've created me to do. and to make money while I do it. Because how many of you know
right.
you got to make some money if you're going to be sustainable while you're doing ministry. So I've been blessed to be able to do both.
Yeah, I love it. So how did you end up on Preachers of Atlanta?
Preachers of Atlanta. So it was an amazing opportunity that came my way. Basically, 2 of the cast members that they had already casted recommended me. So they didn't know who I was. The producers didn't know who I was, but they were like, yo, we need a white boy from Atlanta. Something like that. And they said, yo, you got to hit my friend Judah. And literally, it came from 2 different sides. So I talked to Lemmy Plummer, which is my buddy, Lemuel, and we just totally hit it off and started the conversations. And the next thing you know, it's like, I mean, there's so many hurdles you have to go through with national television, but somehow like God just like pushed me through all that stuff. And like next thing I knew, it was like, we're here filming.
Wow.
And it was a really cool experience.
So what was that that transition going from being known in Atlanta to being known nationwide?
Yeah, it's interesting because you know, when you're building a church, you want your local presence to be as big as it can be. But when your national presence blows up, and even international, because I had people, you know, I still have people in South Africa and Australia.
Oh, wow.
They write me all the time, like, man, I watch your videos, I love your stuff. And I'm like, that's great. I wish you lived in Atlanta so you could come to my church. But it is really cool because it allowed me to tour. It allowed me to set up, you know, concerts and arrangements around the country. So I could go do what I do. And you know, I'm just blessed to be able to share my message that God's given me. And it totally like blew it up to the next level.
So you're engaged.
Yes.
To a beautiful, lovely young lady. You know, and I love to talk about that, especially as young adults, what that life is like as a pastor. How do you find the right one? How do you know, because that could be great sometimes for some people while they're still, you know, dating, but you found the one. So tell us about her. You
know, it's interesting. I don't think there's like this magical thing that you one day stumble upon and you're like, oh my God, this is it. This is what God has ordained me to do. It's like, it's not that fairy tale-ish. For me, it was just more practical. It was like, yo, like, this is a beautiful girl. I love her. She's super compatible with me, but also like from a practical standpoint, like how can we be a team? Like, is this someone that could be a teammate with me? Can we build a ministry? Can we build a family? Can we make each other happy? What can we add to each other? And of course, she's not perfect. I'm not perfect, but together we find perfection in love. And I think so many people lose out on relationships because they're waiting for that one moment. They're waiting for that one like ruby slipper, like weird thing that is just magical and different. And that's cool. And maybe that does happen for some people. But for me, it was like I found a really special person and I put the magic on it. You have to create the magic. The magic's not going to come to you. You have to be the one to decide with your partner and say, you know what, we're 2 humans, we're 2 adults, and we're deciding right now to have a magical relationship. And that's what we did, and that's what we're continuing to do. Right.
I love it. So I know we're about to run out of time, but I definitely want to talk about race and Christianity and how you seem to cross those barriers. So tell us about how you were able to, and I don't want to make it seem technical because, you know, either you are or you are not, but tell us about the importance of 2 churches, two races coming together on Sunday mornings.
You know, it's interesting, like Sundays obviously are one of the most segregated times in the country, but for me and my family for generations, back in the 40s and 50s, we've always been integrated. It's always been multicultural. And I don't know how to create that. I don't know how to bottle that because I've had churches come to me, white churches and black churches, so to say, and be like, how do we get white people in our church? How do we get black people in our church? I'm like, bro, there's no formula for that. If there was, I would bottle it and sell it. I think that people just respond to something that's real. Real responds to real, and it recognizes that. And if your treasure is where your heart is, and if your church is your heart, and your heart is truly integrated, people will respond to that. But you can't fake the funk, you know? We don't like purposely do more gospel or more CCM. It's just like, yo, let's be real and reach people. I love all people, no matter who they are. And I think people respond to that. And then ultimately your church looks like your heart.
Right. I love it. Well, we have 2 million people watching right now. We would love them to come visit your church. So let them know how they can find you.
Yes. So my church is called the Movement Church. And, you know, we meet in East Atlanta Village. You can just basically follow me online. And that's the best way to get in touch because sometimes we move around. You know, we call ourselves the Movement, but it's literally what we do. We're a church without walls, man, and we're excited. But, you know, anybody can follow me out there at Official Judah. On Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that kind of good stuff. And, you know, we're always pumping out the information. I'm excited about not just being a part of a church, but being a part of a movement. And that's really what we're doing right now.
And that's what changes the culture.
Absolutely.
I love it. Thank you, Judah.
Thank you so much, Kim.
Yes. We'll be right back with more in the Spotlight.